Hey guys, welcome back. Today we have another knife from my good buddy Alex over at Alex's Knife Box. I will actually link to down in the description, I'll put a link to his video on this custom knife factory, Sablya, I think is how you say it, and I probably said it wrong, but I'm gonna go with Sablya. This is, I know Alex really loves this knife, and I understand why, because I really love it too. So I will try to remember to put this back in the box when I ship your knives back to you, buddy. So let's dive right into it. It's pretty cool. Let's just get it started. Custom Knife Factory is over in Russia, and they do a fantastic job. Some of their parts and pieces are made in China, but they're all hand assembled and tuned and whatnot in in Russia. All the final fit up and finishing and all of that is done in Russia. I have had several Custom Knife Factory knives. I had a Muscle, and which I kind of regrettably sold. Not really regrettably, but a little bit. And I still have my Ratata, which I absolutely love. This is really high up on my list now too. It's a big knife. Close length is 5.5 inches. Overall length is 9.5. And you see it's got this big swooping blade because really what Sablya means is saber in Russian. And a saber is kind of a curved sword. So this is like a pocket sword. And it is big because the blade length is 4.32 inches from this tip here to the tip of the blade. So it's a big blade. The edge length is 4.27. It is at a Bowler M390, so that's a fantastic steel. Blade thickness is 0.15 here at the thickest. And it really, it's got a great grind all the way down. Really nice. So it's going to be a really good slicing knife. It comes in at 5.4 ounces with an overall thickness of just 1/2 inch, minus the clip. It does have this nice 3D milled titanium pocket clip. It is all titanium with carbon fiber inlays, and it runs on bearings that are super smooth. Again, I always worry about it biting my thumb when I do this on TV, so to speak, on video here. So I'm always a little cautious. I can maybe do it a little faster, not with my arm around the tripod and sticking out in front here and looking at it through the camera. Gives me kind of a little bit of a false sense because I can't physically see the knife. I'm looking at it through my camera on my phone. So, but super smooth action, no blade play, a really nice back spacer here. Has a spot for a lanyard. I'm not a big lanyard guy, but it does have that if you are that. It is a frame lock. Almost looks a little liner lock-ish, bolster lock-ish, but it is a frame. I would call this a frame lock because this carbon fiber is just over that little piece. But super, it's one of the snappiest flippers that I think I have currently. And it has a very small, unobtrusive flipper tab that you almost think wouldn't work, but the geometry is just so right that it not only works, but it's almost effortless, and it fires. That was just about as light as I can pull it back, and it still fires right open. So if you give it some oomph, it's there, no problem. And it's comfortable flipper tab, and it's comfortable in the pocket too. It fits in your pocket really well because it is so slim in this dimension. So overall, even with the blade, it's really kind of slim. And I've got my large Sabenza 21, if I get my hand out of the way. So if you can carry a Sabenza, you could carry this, no problem. It's a little longer, but overall in your pocket, you're not going to notice much of a difference. So I'm super thankful for Alex sending this up. When Alex and I trade knives, I don't really know what I'm going to get. And I mean, I kind of tell him what I'm sending. He kind of tells me, but he doesn't give me exactly what he's sending, nor do I. So it's always kind of a little surprise when we trade stuff back and forth. So check out his channel. I will link to his video on this particular knife so that you can get a little more history of CFK and the designer and whatnot, because he does a fantastic job at that, and I don't want to mess that up. So I will leave him to that part of it, but then go check out his other videos, and you'll see some Medfords on there. There's a Viper, there's a micro tie, there's some things in there that you'll see that came from me, and take a look at both of our videos and see. I think it's really cool. I watch a lot of videos of other knives. Here it is against the Civivi Asticus, which I gave away for my 400 subscribers. And I talked to Gary just today. He got it, and he said it was way better than he expected. It looked a lot better in person than it does on video or the pictures that I had sent. So that's pretty cool. And here it is, the large Sabenza 21. Obviously, it's much longer, but in your pocket, it really wears well. What else? How about the Norseman? Because I still have this and I haven't sent it back to Will yet. Sorry, Will. I'll reach out. There's a watch I have that Will kind of maybe wants to buy that I'm kind of hemming and hawing about. So that's why I haven't really gotten back to him on this one. So anyway, here is the Custom Knife Factory. They go by CKF, Sablya. And typically when Custom Knife Factory does something, they do a run of like 300 or 400. Does it say on the blade here? Yeah, so this is number 125. And it comes with a little card, and then they're done. So they make a run of like 300 knives, typically of everything, and that's it, 300 to 500. So if you're not there when they come out, you got to look on the secondary market. And I believe that's where Alex picked this up, was on the secondary market. So I love it. I think it's pretty cool, and it's not usually my style. That swooped up blade, that kind of Persian type style isn't really my style, but the action on this really overwhelms the look, and I think it's a great knife that I may hunt around for on the secondary market just because it's kind of cool. So anyway, go check out Alex. I greatly appreciate that. Thanks for watching, and hey, we'll check you out on the next one. Thanks, guys.